everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I created this brown smoky eye with a little bit of a gold pop. I think this is a perfect neutral look for the fall time, but also for the winter time, since the cheeks are pretty rosy as well as the lip. I wanted to mention that what inspired today's look was actually this palette that is no longer available. This palette was a collaboration between Carly Bible and Beige Cosmetics, but didn't feel weird using it, although it's no longer around, because it's a very simple neutral palette. I have seen a lot of ColourPop palettes that can easily dupe this, making mauves or going coconut, so you definitely don't need this palette to create this look. Originally I also wanted to create this look with the chocolate bar palette, but then I decided to go for this one. You guys are okay with me using this, but I'm just an ordinary consumer, so I will use what I have even if it's no longer available. And simply because there are so many great palettes out there, I don't feel weird using it because I know that you guys will find something very similar. If you want to know how I got this look, please keep watching. So I'm going to be starting off by applying BB cream. The only one I like to use is the Misha BB cream, which I've talked about so many times. It's my favorite, and if I have to use this for the rest of my life, I'm perfectly fine. I like to apply my BB cream or any face makeup, to be honest, from the inside out, because this will really ensure that I don't have like a mask effect, and it just feels very light on the skin. And I think I only need the coverage in the inner part, maybe a little bit on the cheeks, but nothing crazy. And obviously if you fake tan your body, you would want to apply makeup everywhere, because if not, you'll probably have like a very dark inner part of the face. But since I don't, it just blends into my skin tone perfectly. After that, I'm going to go in with the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer, which is my favorite concealer and the only one I own. I like to apply this underneath my eye, and as I'm blending, I like to blend it into my tear duct because that's a pretty shadowy area. And then I blend out the outside as well. And I don't really mind if you can see my veins. We're all just human, so I personally don't really care. And whatever is left, I like to apply it like underneath my brow, and I just go back and forth over the same areas multiple times to make sure everything is nicely blended. After that, I'm going to set my eyelids and my eyebrows with a translucent powder, because both get super oily, and this way the eyeshadow will blend much better and my brow makeup will also be a lot easier to do. I also set a little bit underneath my eye and just very lightly around my mouth, my chin, where I added the BB cream, but not too much. There's like barely anything on my brush, so it isn't drying at all, although I have combination to dry skin. Now I'm going to be applying bronzer. I like to do it in kind of like dabbing motions, but little by little. I don't go in heavy-handed like straight away, which with the butter bronzer is pretty difficult to begin with because it's so buttery. And then I'm going in with a mid-tone pink blush. This one is from the Sam. It's called Pink Ribbon. It's a matte blush, but it blends very easily, and I apply it on the front part of my cheeks, but I make sure to blend it backwards into my bronzer. From the Carly Bible palette, I'm taking the second highlighter shade, and I'll be using that as a highlighter on the tip of my nose as well as on my cupid's bow. I'm applying just a little bit of the bone colored shadow from the Carly palette just to make it easier to blend, and then I'm taking the more brown mauve-y kind of shade as a transition shade, and I'll be applying this directly into my crease just so that we have a little bit of a base. After that, I'm going in with that really like true gold eyeshadow color, and first I'm applying it a little bit with my fingers, and then I'll be using the first highlighter and second highlighter shade as a little highlight for the inner corners, apply whatever's left underneath, And now I'm going to be darkening my outer part and my outer V with that very shimmery brown shade that is right next to the gold. And since these are shimmer colors, your lid will look very, very shiny. If you don't like that, go in with a matte color. But I really enjoyed it actually, and it was very easy to blend. And as you can see, I blended out into a V shape, so it kind of looks a little bit more, I don't know, like smoky cat eye-y almost. I'm applying the same shadow with my pinky on my lower lash line. And then I'm cleaning up with that bone color shade just a little bit. To make the gold pop more, I'm going back in, but this time with a brush. Now I'm going to be doing my eyeliner, and I'm using a black gel liner. This one is from Maybelline, and as you can see, I really take my time. First, I like to line my eye, my upper lash line, and then I slowly start to do a wing as I follow my lower lash line. I found this the easiest way to do it. I do little dabs also along the inner part, and I just take my time. I usually use like a pencil, but for this look I wanted a gel liner, and this takes me a little bit longer, but when I really take my time, I'm pretty satisfied with the result at the end. I'm applying the deepest brown shade with an angled brush over the liner. I like to do that because it just makes it a little bit smokier and whatever is left on my lower lash line. I'm applying my mascara primer, and I'm going to be brushing up my eyebrows and filling them in as well. My brows are fluffy naturally. I just have a pretty sparse tail, so that's the only thing I really have to work on. And as you can see, I just follow my brow shape. I don't try to change it or anything. I just fill in sparse areas, and that works perfectly fine. I also make sure I brush it through so the color gets distributed everywhere, and yeah. Then I like to apply a brow mascara, and this is where it really makes the brows look super fluffy and voluminous. After the mascara primer is finally dry, I apply my regular mascara, and I usually don't like to apply mascara on my lower lashes, but I figured today a little bit would be pretty much okay. Now I'm going to be lining my lips. I'm going in with the lip liner Nude Beige by NYX, which is a very cool toned brownie nude color, and I am just lining my lips. I'm not overlining because I have thin lips and I think that looks very weird on me, so this is just what I'm doing. And afterwards I'm going in with a Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink liquid lipstick in the shade, I have no idea. I'll leave the shade down below. I have no idea what shade this is. Oh my god, but I'm smacking my lips together pretty much just to distribute the color everywhere, and since it was too cool toned, I'm going over with the lip liner again. So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave me a thumbs up or don't, it is completely up to you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!